Hey gang, Ronan here. As you can see in this game, we've got Reejr playing the Tier 5 ARP Kirishima, which is, well, for all intents and purposes, it is a clone of the Tier 5 Tech Tree Congo. He's divisioned with Rocket. I'm going to go in here and address the UI bug that was introduced with update 0.10.5. in which these settings will not stay set for replays. Work fine in the game, but not for replays. Now you can see that Reejr is divisioned with Flagstaff 2016 playing the October Revolution. And Reejr sent this game replay file to me, I think primarily because of the game that Flagstaff had. Now, you'll hear me from this point forward referring to Flagstaff 2016 as Rocket. There's a very good reason for that. If you're ever curious, you can message me. Well, you can ask here, you can message me in game, or you can hop by the ICOP Discord and ask there. But anyway, I think he sent the replay file because of the game that Rocket had. A broadside Omaha. It's starting to turn out now. A well-placed shot. Reejr waited for the gap in the islands. Put the shells right through them. Yeah, a little chip damage. Oh, yeah. First volley out of the gate. And Reejr's got a fire burning. Wisely waits, doesn't put it out. Nothing invites more AG spam like using your repair. Well, I guess I spoke too soon. Reejr did just that. Oh, now why do I say that? If you're not a very experienced player, the heal that you have on your ship, you can see there's the R key along the bottom. The R is a repair. That'll put a fire out or stop a flood. And the T key is used for doing repairs. That'll actually give you some HP back. Now the difference is that with damage from AG shells, from fires, you can repair most of that damage. From AP shells, especially Citadel shots, damage taken from Citadels or from torpedoes, you're not going to be able to repair as much of that. So it is generally considered tactically sound to let a fire burn and not repair. Because if the other team is savvy and they see that you've repaired a fire early, well, then the entire team's going to focus you with HE to try to get you burning once you've repaired. Because you've got a cooldown before you can repair again. And that means the fires will burn for quite a while and you'll take a lot of damage. Makes it easier for them to finish you off. And for Ataka, turns out, looks like he's making a run for it. Reejr's going to try and drop shells right on top of him and put him out of the game. They might do that. Nope, close. And in this game, we see a fine example of lemming train left. There's kill number 1 for Rocket. And the enemy New York takes out the Karlsruhe, or however you say that. That guy's just, well, it's a bot. Now I think what's going on here is that, you know, if you play it at different times, kind of off-peak times, the game will fill in empty slots with bots. And it just I would say fairly common to see those sunk first. Now at this point, the bad guys have a significant points lead, roughly double, and they've got a cap and the good guys don't. I'm not sure who that shot was at. Svetlana is very quick. It's it's only tier 4, but one of the advantages of that ship is its speed. I don't remember exactly what the max speed on it is, but I want to say it's around 32 knots, somewhere in that ballpark, and it accelerates reasonably well. So one of the things I enjoyed about playing the ship, well, I haven't played it in a long time, but I really had fun playing it when I did, is its speed. You can chase down destroyers with it pretty effectively. I think I'd put shells on that Svetlana. Just wait. He'll turn one way or the other and show you broadside. Don't pull the trigger right away. Let him show you the side. Takes the shot on the New York, who is already broadside. I think I would have waited for the Svetlana and been able to fire right about now. Friendly Kaiser goes down. Pretty ineffective on the New York. Kirishima or Congo. The advantage of this ship is speed. Like most tier 5 battleships, it does not have great accuracy, especially at range. So the good guys are in a pretty deep hole right now. They're down 6 ships. The bad guys are only down 4. The bad guys have a cap and are working to secure the Bravo cap as well. Reejr is currently focused by 3 ships. There's that Svetlana. Pull the trigger, pull the trigger. Get the shells off you can. There we go. Nice shot, Reejr. 1 overpen, 1 pen for the Citadel. I'd say that was pretty nice. Friendly Karlsruhe goes down. Good guys are down to 5 ships. And the bad guys are, well, they've still got 8 ships. Isakaza in the cap. And Reejr leads. We'll see. I think that might be a little high, but look at the dispersion and the sigma on this thing. You just never know. Well, lands 1 for 1,020. Better than a poke in the eye with a sharp stick, I guess. All right, so good guys are down to 4 ships. Bad guys, well, they've still got 7 ships. They've got 2 caps. Good guys only have 1. The bad guys have a commanding lead, and it's continuing to grow. A little behind Dante Alighieri. A little bit farther forward, and those might have been Citadels. And Reejr, a little too focused on the, on the target. Now we'll just call that a tactical beaching for an emergency stop. How about that? Meanwhile, Rocket has finished off another red ship. So Rocket, in his October Revolution, is up there with the Kotovsky. Reejr is on this side of the map with a window looking for Ataka. And Reejr is still sailing full broadside to this Dante Alighieri, which it's not a very accurate ship, but still got to angle up. Myself, I think the threat here is more from what the broadside shots that Reejr's taking from across the map. I think moving forward here would probably be the best idea, and get your nose to those guys. You can keep your guns on Dante Alighieri, but just sitting there broadside taking damage, no reason for that. And look at Rocket over there. He's just pushing right into the middle of them. We know the Isakaza's over there. I have to say, Rocket's pretty good about picking off a destroyer and a battleship. If he gets a shot on it, he might finish it. Reejr continues to sail broadside to the bad guys over there between Alpha and Bravo. Asakaza has moved around behind the Katovsky. I think I can see why. I mean, I think Reejr's just trying to keep all his guns available for this guy, but I still would turn and get my nose to that New York. This is taking you out of the game coming over here. Fortunately, the next volley should be enough. Now, why Reejr's turning this way, I don't know. But he is taking him farther from the action. Rocket's finished off another ship. And Reejr posts up flat broadside to the Stante Oligari. But that should do it. And it does. So that's a kill for Reejr. He's got himself nose into an island. He's going to have to kind of slowly make this turn, get the guns brought around the other way. Rocket picks up Confederate, high caliber, and a devastating strike. And you can see Rocket's still got the majority of his HP. He's angled really well against that New York. He's also angled against the Kunik. It's not easy to maneuver October Revolution, which makes angling tough, especially when you're in close like that. Those drop down on the decks. That can definitely do some damage. You can see the enemy Isakaza is in the Charlie cap. Why Furitaka didn't head that way, I don't know, but Furitaka and Reejr in the Kirishima are going to have broadside shots on the Kunik. Gotta lead a little bit more. Here you go. And a little more. That might finish the Kunik. Nope. Reejr's sitting back, not moving. I mean, he's literally come to almost a stop here. Now he's starting to accelerate again. I know he's got a DD ahead of him, but it's, I think, time to load AG and head for the DD. You can see the torpedoes. And it was probably a good idea to slow way down here. Yeah, I'd say so. Good call, Reejr. And Rocket's up to 4 kills now on the other side of the map. There's the Isakaza. And with only the rear guns loaded, probably a good idea to throw it in reverse, which Reejr has done. Might finish off the Svetlana. We'll see if any of these shells, I mean, it's kind of like throwing a handful of rocks. They don't really land where you aim. Bad guys have all the caps. But, especially now, as Rocket picks up his Kraken. Nice job. Now Rocket gets sunk, but he did finish off 5 enemy ships. That's a pretty hard carry. Furitaka and Katovsky, they've got to head for caps. Katovsky maybe for A, Furitaka for Bravo. And Reejr is loading HE and looks like he's probably headed for Charlie. Isakaze is not the threat that it once was. If you're relatively new to the game, you may not be aware that the Isakaze and the Minakaze both had much better torpedoes prior to the Japanese destroyer line split that introduced ships like the Kirishima and the Harugumo. Akazuki, Kirishima, Harugumo. And at that point, the torpedoes on the Isakaze and the Minakaze were much more powerful. That's going to hurt. Nicely done. Good shot, Reejr. And as the rear guns come around, I think Reejr's in a position to be able to finish out this Isakaze. He or the Katowski won. Most certainly will. Reejr repairs. Great game, both of you. Thanks for watching. See you next time.